was my bad. Good morning, good noon, good evening, wherever time and place you listen to us from, straight from the 909. It's Mark,
Jers,
Ali,
what up?
Myself, Isaiah, and together, that's hip hop. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really does mean a lot. Today, we're talking about an MC whose style is rooted in raw honesty, technical precision, and emotionally vulnerable, a combination that made him one of hip hop's most underrated yet respected lyricists. Known for his sharp pen and introspective delivery, Joe Budden's verses often feel like a journal entry, unfiltered, and it looks into depression, addiction, love, ambition. His flow is deliberate and conversational, often leaning in confessions, storytelling, rather than chasing trends. Tracks like Ordinary Love Shit, 10 Minutes, and Walk With Me showcase his ability to dissect personal struggles and surgical precision while maintaining lyrical complexity. At its core, Budden is less about punchlines and more about perspective, a lyricist who weaponizes self-awareness as both art and therapy. His legacy stretches far beyond the early 2000s hit Pump It Up, which was a big one. You couldn't go nowhere without hearing
classic.
that joint. Pump it up.
That song was so big, it was on 2 soundtracks.
Yeah.
It was on You Got Served and Too Fast, Too Furious.
Pump.
That's crazy.
Pump.
Big hit. Wow, that single
Pump
gave him,
it up.
Yeah, exactly. And the beat was amazing by Just Blaze. Yeah,
man.
amazing beat. While that single gave him mainstream exposure, his real impact came through the Mood Muzik mixtape series. This is really dope, which cemented his reputation as a pioneer of what some might label emo rap. Let's just call it that's just what some might call it. But I mean, he's much deeper of that, of course. Budden's openness to mental health, creative frustration, and the dark side of fame influenced new generation of rappers such as Drake, Logic, like for these like introspective wave of rappers. Even there was a wave of SoundCloud artists as well into that sphere. Later, his transition from rapper to cultural commentator with the Joe Budden podcast redefined how artists could control their own narratives, sparking industry-wide conversations about ownership and authenticity. Whether on wax or behind the mic, Joe Budden's legacy is that of an unfiltered truth teller, a man who turned his flaws, failures, and frustrations into timeless, relatable art. We're discussing Joe's critically acclaimed mixtape, Mood Muzik 2, Can It Get Any Worse?, released January 2006. This was part 2 of a multiple. This lasted from what? 04?
The first one was like 04. The last one was 2010.
2010? Yeah, that's a crazy run. Do you know how many mixtapes Ali
He did 4.
That was 4? It's a crazy run.
4 moods.
And
Pure Moods by Joe Budden.
And that features Jay Mills, Stack Bundles, A-Team, and New. Complex Magazine named it the 12th best mixtape of all time and wrote, it turned out that deep in the dungeons of rap, where his addictions and failures were laid bare, Budden's potential could be fully realized. And he also got a positive review from Rap Reviews, which wrote, why would Def Jam sign such a talented, introspective, charismatic rapper and then sit on his work without releasing it, even though he bodies track after track? Thankfully, Budden decided not to wait anymore, and DJ On Point was willing to help him make it happen. This is dope because this is during the mixtape era. The mixtape era is an era.
We got
hip-hop.
it for cheap.
Yes.
This is where artists were just going crazy on the lyrics. Usually that meant it was the hot thing. They were going crazy on someone else's beats. And that spawned so much inspiration because everything was, the internet was booming. So you're downloading stuff and you're downloading these instrumentals. Rappers are just going off on it.
Yes.
And it's promotion. It's like, it's also not like totally marketable. This is something off the street. So like people who were like making these mixtapes like DJ Clue and everybody, like even they had to kind of keep it on the low because the industry didn't like that
at all.
The industry despised.
Industry hated
this.
mixtapes.
Yeah, the
Hated
bylaw
mixtapes.
is that you could just put, if it's done for free, there's no tie to it. You can use whoever's instrumental.
Yeah,
Whatever,
Crazy,
and
right?
a mixtape's born.
But there's some legendary mixtapes out there that
Oh, yeah.
are like folklore legendary.
Oh man, I mean, 50 Cent is the future.
50 Cent,
the Lil Wayne
Lil
dedication
Wayne.
series, the Mood Muzik
sure.
series, Trap or Die by Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many just legendary, mixtapes, and I mean,
Dipset mixtape.
Dipset
the
mixtapes.
Re-Up Gang clips. We
Yeah.
got it for cheap series. Like that entire era was just, it was so fun, man.
Yeah,
the
it was fun.
mixtape era was fun,
It was
man.
fun times.
I want to say something real quick about the Just Blaze intro
Yeah.
into every song he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just Blaze.
yeah.
Just Blaze.
And Pump It Up was the first one that did it, actually.
That's
Now-
crazy.
Here I am, a kid, starting a new video game. It's going to be True Crime Streets of New York. What's in the beginning of it?
Legendary.
Just Blaze? Intro to my game. Before I press start, I hear Just Blaze.
Oh yeah,
Just Blaze.
Yeah.
And then I hear one of his songs that he does. I think he does like a Mobb Deep. There's like a Mobb Deep produced song that he
Okay.
does, and that's what I hear in the beginning of it. New York City, Just Blaze.
Yeah. It's crazy because Just
That
Blaze
guy
has
was everywhere.
He has his own style too,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think for some, his style, and especially like if you were an underground hip hop purist, you might see, or at the time you might have saw his style as more of a commercial
Mm-hmm.
type. But man, dude, it was his own thing,
He made some
dude.
big,
his
big
beats
beats.
are
they all sounded
they're
big.
top tier.
Yeah.
Like he's one of the top tier producers.
100%. He honestly, as far as personal favorites,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre is my favorite producer. Just Blaze is my second favorite producer.
He's like, to me, like the funnest producer. Like,
Love
I
Just
feel like he
Blaze.
can make some beats that are just like, what the heck? Like you've never heard anything sound like a Just Blaze beat. Like he will definitely do it different.
Love Just Blaze.
Give me that Just Blaze versus Scotch Storch.
Oh man,
That'd be crazy.
yeah.
Blaze versus Storch,
Swiss
which
Beats.
almost sounds like Scorch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All these flame related producers.
Man, dude, Just Blaze was he was a movement in
Shout out
himself.
Just Blaze.
Shout out to that. Man, this is a crazy one. This is Ali's pick today, and he chose Joe Budden. I thought when you chose Joe Budden, I was like, man, this one's gonna be fun. You know, because you like just to be able to talk about Joe Budden and his music, is crazy.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause,
Joe
I
Budden.
mean,
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
most people they think of Joe Budden for two things:
Right.
Pump It Up and his podcast. They don't know the entire middle story of how we got
How to
here.
connect the
Like we
dots,
got
yeah.
a bunch of great mixtapes. We had the Slaughterhouse period.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we had these two other avenues before we get to podcast era.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me,
Or you might have saw him on the BET Cipher, maybe.
yeah,
You know,
yep,
that
he was on the
kinda
Cypher.
big.
Yep. And,
Might have saw him there.
and again in the site, but again with the Cypher, that's during the Slaughterhouse
Slaughterhouse,
time. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, I feel like Joe Budden had like 4 chapters. You had like debut album with Pump It Up. You had the Mood Muzik chapter, the Slaughterhouse chapter, and now he's in the podcast territory. So I feel
in
like,
the era where he makes the most money.
yeah, seriously,
crazy,
yeah, he makes way more money with the podcast than he ever made rapping.
It's like, why does he make more music? And then you just look at his returns, like, oh, that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, he'll never. He basically retired in 2016.
Yeah, yeah.
much.
And was like, I'm done. Like I'm done rapping.
And there's no coming back because he would have. Like Eminem took shots at him. He would have come back
Yep.
already.
There's been times he's been dissed by rappers, and I mean, and while we on the subject of dissing, I mean, Joe Budden had zero filter when it came to dissing. He was quick to battle a rapper. Like, so if you said something about him, Joe was gonna battle you, and he had time. So for him to not be responding, that's how you know he's done.
Yeah.
Because trust, it didn't matter if you were Eminem or Mr. Super
Right,
Underground.
whoever, yeah.
It didn't. I mean, he's beefed with 50, Game, Ransom, Saigon.
Migos.
Was that
Migos.
Migos? I mean, but as far as like on records, like those, like he's beefed with a lot of rappers.
The Shane Mosley of he's the Shane Mosley of hip hop. He'll fight
Seriously.
anybody at any time.
Didn't
and now
matter.
He's,
Like
now
I
he's
said,
retired.
you could be from 50 Cent to his dude who used to be in his crew, Ransom. Like, didn't matter what end of the spectrum you were on. And like I said, he was always willing to go. As far as why I chose Mood Muzik 2, this project because I didn't know anything about the first one, but I remember this was like senior year of high school when it came out, and I kept hearing it was like, yeah, man, this new Joe Budden mixtape. This Joe Budden mixtape. I'm like, Joe Budden got a mixtape. So yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm telling you. So before I even heard the mixtape, I actually heard Dumb Out. I just started going on LimeWire, and I just hit Joe Budden, and Dumb Out was the first song that came on. So I played it. I was like,
that was crazy.
Oh,
we're about to cover that.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Then I went and heard the mixtape. I said, okay. And from that point on, basically the end of my high school life, all through college, I was a legitimate Joe Budden fan. Like Mood Muzik 3, I was waiting for it. Mood Muzik 4, I waited for it. The Slaughterhouse albums, the first album, and then the mixtape stuff they were doing, like anything Joe Budden, I was on it. Like I became a real fan when this mixtape came out.
Was that your first mixtape that you like willingly listened to?
No, the first mixtape, it was 50 Cent is the Future. Yeah, 50. When 50 came out, that's
a crazy one to start with too.
50 was what got me into mixtapes.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really know what that was before 50 Cent, but 50, and then I would say Lil Wayne, and then I would say this Joe Budden. I was listening to a lot of Game mixtapes as well before his album dropped. Like the mixtape scene, it was how you heard about people before the album came out too. That was also the cool part. Like by the time
for them to build their buzz.
By the time the debut dropped, I've heard 2 or 3 mixtapes from this guy. I'm anticipating it now. So like
mixtape also sounds cool. Like mixed.
Yeah, it was cool. Like when Jeezy came out. I mean, his first album was really good, but I preferred his mixtape Trap or Die. I thought that was better than his first album. Like Jeezy
sometimes the mixtapes were better. That's crazy.
Man, like Lil Wayne, his mixtapes are better than a lot of his albums.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Like they always say mixtape Wheezy, like that, because man, he would just go crazy on these mixtapes. But with Joe Budden, he treated the difference with the Mood Muzik series and like what other people were doing mixtapes. These are original songs. He's not rapping over a bunch of other dudes' beats.
Yeah.
I think only one song on here is two of them are original beats. Are You in That Mood Yet was an Anthony Hamilton song, and then 6 Minutes of Death was a Cassidy song. Everything else is original production.
I didn't know that. I thought this was all from other
so those two were just original. Those two were over other people's beats. Everything else was original production, original songs. Some of these songs have hooks, some of them don't. You know what I mean? So, but he treated the Mood Muzik series like his album, because the story with this one in particular, his second album was supposed to be called The Growth, but for whatever reason, he was having label issues with Def Jam. They weren't putting it out. They kept pushing it back. So after a while, he just said, well, I got to give these people something. And he drops Mood Muzik 2 to the point where people almost didn't even care about the new album. Like, we had this, we were good. Yeah. Like, we didn't even need the album. This album fed the streets and the diehard mixtape listeners for about a good 2 years before Mood Muzik 3 came out. So, but this mixtape was pivotal because this was, like I said, senior year into my first year in college. Right. I'm putting everybody onto this mixtape. I'm telling whoever will listen, like, what you listen to? Hey man, listen to this Joe Budden mixtape. Every time I tell somebody Joe Budden, I'm telling you, every time I mention this mixtape, Joe Budden mixtape, I'm telling you.
It's crazy because some people, I guess, considered him as like the club guy.
They just think Pump It Up. That's all they know.
Yeah, they think of him as that style.
I'm telling y'all, this dude is really rapping for real.
But the dude built a name, like, to be a lyricist. I mean, to be included with Slaughterhouse.
Yes.
That's a privilege because those guys, I mean, Royce da 5'9". Crooked Eye.
Well, I'm gonna quickly tell the story how that group formed.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
It honestly started from a beef that almost happened. So Joe Budden and Royce had Royce had thrown like 2 or 3 shots at Joe Budden over a shot that Joe threw at Royce on a mixtape. So there was a battle that was supposed to happen. Royce didn't do well, and Joe took a shot at Royce for that battle. Then Royce came back and threw like 2 shots at Joe Budden on 2 separate songs. Then Joe does this interview. He's like, look, the next time, Royce, you say anything about me, I'm coming. The next time I hear something, it's on. Now, I forget who puts them on the phone, but somebody puts them on the phone and they squash it.
Peace to that person.
Yeah, whoever, I forget who it was, but someone got them on the phone and they squash it. So to show that they squashed it, they do a song called Slaughterhouse. It's Joe Budden, Royce, Crooked Eye, Joel Ortiz.
That's crazy.
They do the song goes crazy on the internet.
Right? Because like,
it's going
this is
nuts.
legendary.
These are
right
all
here.
like the top kind of like underground
Lyricists,
spitter guys. And this song goes nuts, and the internet's going crazy. Like, y'all should do a group called Slaughterhouse. Y'all should do a group called Slaughterhouse. And they're like, yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So that's why whenever they ask who put the group together, they always say the internet or the fans, because that's literally how organically it happened.
Wow. And then Eminem eventually shows
he hears about him and he signs him to Shady. But yeah, that's how that group formed. But it was through all of these guys being mixtape killers, from Royce to Crooked Eye to Joel and Joe Budden. Like, that's how that formed. So, but like I said, this particular Mood Muzik too, like I said, it's 06, 07, I'm telling anybody who will listen, and they all gave the same response, Joe Budden, and then they listen to it, and they're like, hey, this is hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, start with Dumb Out. I always tell them to start with that song. Then they go to the mix, and oh, okay. Yeah. So every time they heard Dumb Out, like, oh, he's going crazy. So then that's how I would kind of help build his fan base.
I enjoyed the cypher because that's kind of like my intro into Joe Budden. I mean, I did hear Pump It Up, but I didn't know it was Joe Budden.
Right.
I just heard the song because you're going to hear it. But then later, once the BET cypher comes out with Slaughterhouse, then I got to see him perform, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's cool.
Spitting.
Like, that was my first time hearing him. I'm like, oh, okay, this is dope. He's pretty dope. And then I hear about the group, dispersing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I see him on the Complex, or is it Complex? Yeah, it was Complex. Him with Academics.
Yes. Everyday Struggle.
Run.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I saw him start his podcast. So I saw him going into the podcast before I really got into his music.
Yep.
So it's cool that like this is my first time listening in on his lyricism and stuff, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought like, oh dang, yeah, he brings it. He brings the heat. Was this your first time, Mark, or have you heard him before?
No, so I heard after Pump It Up, I did the same route you did.
Yeah, okay.
With like, oh yeah, he finally came around when we see him in the BET cypher, and between those 2 points, it's without me listening to the mixtapes, because the mixtapes I was listening to, like, I would still listen to underground mixtapes. So like, there would be there was a Mos Def and a Chino XL mixtape that I was listening to. Like, this was I had to buy I bought these at Rock the Bells, the one in San Bernardino. Bought like just a couple of mixtapes that some dude was slanging. The
hip hop used to be so fun.
It used to be. It used to be. Now we talk about it all the time. Now it's just all love. Just all love. We have to. But with even on the Joe Budden side, listening to this, it was like a breath of fresh air, right?
Yeah.
It was like it's realizing this artist anew to a lot of people, because you're like, wow, he's really showing out. And now we have a lot of backtracking to do.
Yeah.
Because now we're in the middle of Mood Muzik, and then we have he does up to
some other projects. After this.
And then this gets me ready to listen to Slaughterhouse as well.
True too. Yeah.
So
that's true.
During this timeline, it all started with what I was hearing on the radio to this BET cypher. And then from after that point, it's all a blur. And then I see him in front of a microphone talking on a podcast. I was like, what? And then I was like, he's not rapping either.
That's interesting too, about today's time. We're seeing more of a trend of rappers turning podcasters.
Yeah.
That's been a lot more of a trend now.
He started it.
Joe Budden, Nori,
Fat Joe and Jadakiss.
Fat Joe and
T.I.
Jadakiss
had one
recently. Yeah. There's some more out there, but that's become more of a thing. I'm not mad at it though. I like it. I think it's cool that we have like these different platforms talking about hip hop and stuff like that. So I'm not mad at it, and especially if they're able to. Because, it's hard in the music industry. If they're able to pivot and make money this way, like, I'm not mad at that either.
More money. More than they've ever made, ever.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that trend?
For me, I love it because it extends the shelf life of the hip-hop figures that we grew up looking at?
Mason
Mason
Cameron.
Cameron.
That's another one too.
Like it extends the shelf life, and it shows the younger generation that you don't have whenever your time is up, that you not popping no more. There's something else for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now some, they'll do podcasting, but like Jadakiss, for example, like him and Fat Joe have a podcast, but
Talib,
they'll still Talib had a podcast, but like Talib for a while he was still tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still do shows. Like, Talib was still putting albums out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like some people podcast and then they're still active.
They're still active.
Some is like they do podcasts and that's it.
That's Joe Budden.
You know what I mean? That's Joe Budden. Whereas even like I said with Nori, like when he started it, he was like, I started doing this because I didn't want to rap anymore. But then it hit a point where he started seeing Jay-Z and Nas and Jadakiss putting out music. He said he got the itch, so he had to put an album out in 2018, which actually was not bad. But he got the itch seeing his contemporaries still rapping. You know what I mean? Because they, for a while there was this old rapper complex. You know what I mean? Where you reached first it was if you reached 30, that was it. Yeah. Then it got to
young.
Like if you was 30, that was it.
Yeah.
Then we got past 30. It was like once you 40, you're done. And now then that got extended. Yeah. It's when you 50, you're finished. No, now we talked about with the clips. Malice is 52 years old. Dropped one of the best rap albums this year, arguably. So, but the podcast lane allows rappers to age. They allow them to age gracefully in hip hop, whether you still want to rap or you don't.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's a cool option. It's cool to hear. Like I love particularly Mason Cameron's. I love their podcast platform.
This is good. It's like
Nori's too. Nori's doing
because you get the stories that you never heard before.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about it. You get those classic 90s, 80s, 2000 stories that you like. That happened,
right?
Yeah. Or you had that beat and you passed it up and this, that, and the third. Like I remember, even though Drink Champs, Nori talked about how he passed on Holla Back before Fabulous got it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was like, he didn't really get it. He's like, Pharrell was trying to coach me through it, and I just
all these stories,
I couldn't catch it. And then Fab gets it's like, whoa, okay. He said, damn, I didn't understand that.
But Joe Budden's is crazy because it's different. Like, I don't think he has, correct me if I'm wrong, guests?
Sometimes. But usually when he has guests, they're usually promoting something. Yeah. Like a lot of times, if he has a rapper on,
his is more commentary on what's going on.
Correct. Yeah. That's his thing. Drink Champs is more bringing guests on, and sharing their stories and all of that.
He's more on the pulse of what's going on.
He's talking about what's going on now. Yeah. New albums that drop, new singles that drop, what beefs are popping off, something that happened in sports, politics, stuff they may dibble and dabble on. Like that's why even they brought Mark Lamont Hill on the show because they can dibble and dabble in the politics space. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they can talk about all these different current things going on. But again, Joe Budden podcast, when something big happens in hip hop, that's the first place people run to.
People want to see what he says.
That's the first place. Yeah. Like during the whole Kendrick Drake thing, everybody was waiting for that Joe Budden podcast. Right. Everybody, every single episode, like during that whole time, that was the place to be. It's also
weird because academics goes into like the streaming.
He's
sphere,
in a different space.
Right?
Yes.
He's not in the podcasting world. He's in the streaming world.
He's in the streaming world.
Which is like a whole other beast in itself. But it's definitely interesting how you see the two.
Yeah.
Two different.
They started in one thing together, and then they branch off and both do different areas.
And then T-Pain makes more money
playing video games
than he's ever did rapping.
Ever.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So the only thing I asked is when, not if, but when this podcast pops off, can we have chairs comfortable like Joe Budden's?
Oh, okay.
And then the mic prop set up like we're laying down chilling.
Because they are chilling.
Because they are really relaxing.
They be kicking it. Yeah. That's a Joe Budden podcast.
That's it. That's my only request.
Yeah, they be kicking it.
Yeah, that's dope. Let's just talk about his style really quick here. Mm-hmm. What do you guys get when you listen to Joe Budden, like off of this album? Like what's the type of style?
My guy's a vicious, deliberate.
Yeah.
A mainstream type MC with a chip on his shoulder is way worse because they feel they're more authoritative and they sound more warranted because the mainstream MC at this point has nothing to prove. He's already been at the top and Joe Budden had this light success with what he's had, but now he's in a sense has felt slighted at the top.
Right.
And now he's like, okay, cool. So I could take these elements that I've known that have worked, take them to the mixtape form, and watch me excel even further. And that only makes him more dangerous. He's like the lion at the top, like just waiting for other beasts at the top of the hill. He's that kind of guy. Even with the lyrics we're gonna show, it's just this guy's vicious, bro.
Yeah,
his punchlines are nuts.
Yeah, his punchlines.
I mean, he was great in the punchline, era, so to speak. I mean, he came up, with Desert Storm and all of them with Fabulous, so him and Fab kind of came up, kind of at the same time. So he shouts Fab out, a lot in his music because he kind of looks at him as kind of like an older brother in the game. Because he kind of got his start with DJ Clue and Fabulous. Like they were kind of the crew that kind of lent him his spot in the game. Yeah. And then, so for me, as far as style, definitely great punchlines, but not just great punchline. His setup bars for the punchlines are also really, really good.
And you don't know what to expect.
That's the best part. Yes.
But you don't know.
That's my favorite part about it's more of his setup, and then the punch is like, oh, that was crazy. And he'll say stuff, and again, this is before the phrase "no filter" came out. Right. He had no filter. Right. Joe Budden would shit on anybody, and not necessarily in a disrespectful way. Sometimes disrespectful.
A little distant Luther Vandross.
Right. I mean, he says stuff about
anybody could get it.
It didn't matter. Like he would say things about whoever, whenever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just who he was. He was unapologetic about what he had to say. He'd get his point across. And again, he was battle tested. I mean, he was, to me, the perfect blend between, and he even mentioned it on Dumber. He said, stuck between platinum and flop, underground and mainstream. Like, that's literally who he was. Yep. Like, that's what he was. He was that bridge right there. He was bigger than the underground, but not quite super mainstream. And he was able to thrive in both worlds.
And I feel like he definitely had motion too. So we just talked about like Kid Cudi in that lane, but then you have here Joe Budden, who also brings emotion to his lyrics as well. Yes. So when you hear him, you hear the emotion coming out, and this is like predating Drake. Guys like Drake, guys like Logic, which is like. It's interesting, like to see, like Joe Budden was. I mean,
there's footage. I mean, Joe Budden, he's such a pioneer. Joe Budden, he used to do this thing called Joe Budden TV, where he would just film shit, like just him at the crib with his girl, or him out
streaming before anyone else.
He was so early on this. Him chilling with. He was loving hip hop before loving hip hop. That's why they had to put him on there, because he invented the show with Joe Budden TV. So he's chilling with his girl doing whatever. Yeah. Then he has other ones where he's out with Slaughterhouse before a show. Yeah. Then there's footage. There's one where he's out with Drake, and Drake is literally sitting there like, "Yo, can I get on the next Mood Muzik? Like, what's going on?" Like, because he knows that lane. That inspired Drake. You know what I mean? Like
that's that did fall into.
Yeah, he knew that was his lane, because Joe Budden could touch on that. But you brought up the Ordinary Love Shit series, like that. Yeah. He's literally talking about his relationship for like, he'll make like a 7-minute song going off about his relationship. You know, it's crazy.
With punchlines dissing his chick, probably.
He dissing the exes and like dissing himself. Like
Joe Buddy.
He knows how to tap into. Because that's the other thing too. It's not just that he's, shitting on other people. He does that Eminem approach where he'll shit on himself. He's very good.
He's good at
shitting on himself. He's very good at it. So to me, that the whole emo rap style, this is a different approach to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Emotional, vulnerable, but honest.
He has like these explosive moments too, where he could go from 1 minute it'll be like calm, then explosive.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it.
So he has those sides.
Oh yeah, piece to his range too, because that dabbles into the fact that he could be more theatrical with his punchlines.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
it's true.
Roddy Piper says it once in his promo, and this is what I feel is exactly what Joe Budden is this just when you think you know the answer, I change the questions.
Yeah, that's Joe Budden in a nutshell.
Exactly.
100%.
That's Joe Budden.
Perfect explanation.
Yeah.
Because we listen to hip hop a lot. You know, we review a bunch of albums every month, and we kind of know what rhymes are going to be coming up. When I listen to Mood Muzik 2, all that's out the window.
All of it.
Because I'm already under two misguided approaches. I'm assuming I know the style of Joe Budden from at this point and at any point. And then I'm just caught off guard because I'm like, oh, damn, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I was taken aback plenty of ways with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of that in this album.
Absolutely.
There's definitely that. All right, so album cover, it stands out to me. This is Joe Budden staring you down. He has a blue hoodie on. If it has Joe Budden written below in the center. I don't know what kind of font that is. It's almost like a Madden font. I don't know.
And that's actually the version. So that's the.
Okay, this is a different version.
That was the album version that got released
I see.
after the fact.
Gotcha.
So on streaming platforms, that's the version you're looking at.
Gotcha.
They put CDs.
I saw the other one. There's like a gun
with
or something.
Yeah,
right?
that was the actual mixtape. That was the original actual cover. Yeah, this version.
Is like the album version.
This is like the album version they put in Target. 4 or 5 years later, you know what I mean? They repackaged it, made it an album, but
we mean it this time. Def Jam's like, we mean it this time.
Yeah. We didn't want the one with the gun.
No.
Target.
Yeah, this is the one that was repackaged later. It's on your streaming services. They put it in Target at like 08, you know what I mean? That's this version. Nothing wrong with this version, but the only thing with this is all the Mood Muziks literally look like this, but the hoodie's a different color.
That's funny.
Like, I think Mood Muzik 4 is green. I think Mood Muzik 2 is like, Mood Muzik 3 is like gray. No, seriously, like they're all like, it's the same cover. It's just each one has a different.
No one's messing with Green Hoodie Joe.
Yeah, it's just a different color for
There's
the hoodie.
Hoodie Mellow. There's Blue Hoodie Joe.
That's dope. It's kind of like the Power Ranger thing. So like he's staring down the camera, Mood Muzik in the center.
And he's pissed.
Music with the Z and a K. 2 and that. Yeah, this is him.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he looks like.
Exactly like that. Marcus.
And I'm pissed.
With the hoodie.
Yeah,
pissed.
Angry.
Definitely, you get a New York feeling off of this.
Very, very gritty and angry.
Yeah,
for sure.
What else? What else do we pull out of this? Any other thoughts about this one?
Yeah, I mean, so from the font. I think that is Joe Budden. That's the font that he normally does use for his name. And even down to, I mean, we ain't really mentioned it, but just real quick, even just his name. Like this is one of the early examples of a rapper just using their real name.
Yeah,
like,
true, right?
This wasn't some superhero character he invented.
Joe
It's like,
Budden.
my name is Joe Budden. You know what I mean? And then Game had everybody saying Joe Buddens. You know what I mean? He had, when they was beefing, he added an S, and for like 15 years.
The game, he's underrated.
Changed his name. The game changed his name.
When he dissed him, it was Buttons, and for 15 years, people was calling him Joe Buttons, and
now he could get confused for the former president.
That was right, yeah, Joe Biden, yeah, Budden and Biden.
Budden and Biden.
That sound like a.
Oh yeah, and people are gonna get pissed too because he's from Jersey.
Yes, from Jersey. Well, he was born in New York, but lived and raised in New Jersey.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean,
the cover. I
know. Yeah.
It's all right.
It ain't where you're from; it's where you're at.
But yeah, I mean, the cover, like I said, this was the kind of the repackaged version. Yeah. The original mixtape cover, again, is just his face with a pistol. Has Mood Muzik 2 on it. Nothing.
Why Mood Muzik? What do you think? Why Mood Muzik?
I mean, he wanted to. Well, he said, I forget. I think it was around the time Mood Muzik 3 came out. He was like, I want to set a mood. It's just really what it was. Like, I want to set a mood, and that's why like each one. And then, but it wasn't just setting a mood. He also wanted to make you feel. It was like a tip. Like the first one was called "The Worst of Joe Budden." This one was "Can It Get Any Worse?" The third
He's so self-depreciating.
The third one was "For Better or Worse," and then the fourth one was a turn for the worse.
Oh, that's tight. I like
you know what I mean? So he kept that also a theme in there too, because he basically let you know like these are good. This for the most part, the themes of these projects are gonna be dark, but it was dark, but it wasn't too dark.
Right.
But it was dark. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't a bunch of bottles popping and bling and money getting thrown. Like, ain't none of that on here. No. You know what I mean? But it's still, he's just letting you know his real life. You know what I mean?
Not dark enough to where Necro's going to be like, man,
this guy's not that dark.
Yo, he's spitting. Necro and Budden. All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Dude, I think Necro watches from time to time, man.
Peace to you, Necro. We love you, bro.
All of a sudden.
All right, so this is the time when we get into three of our favorite tracks that we chose out of the album. We look at the lyrics, see if there's any punchlines or any literary devices that are going on there, such as multisyllables, blending, what else? Inner rhymes, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The three tracks that we chose on this album are You in That Mood, Dumb Out, or Get It Poppin', and then Dumb Out.
So I'm going to start with Are You in That Mood? Right. Now, this one is over. Like I said, this was one of the ones that was over a beat. It was an Anthony Hamilton song called, is it When I Seen You or Since I Seen You?
I just seen that other alternative cover. Big old
Glock.
Glock.
Big old Glock, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Actual one.
That was not meant for Target.
No. That was for the streets.
Yeah, that was for the streets. For
that was definitely for the streets.
Mm-hmm. The street alternative cover.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the Anthony Hamilton song was called Since I Seen You.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. So he just starts off. Sorry. Yo, I don't want to live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug to juggle, another day, another struggle. Yo, I know it's fucked up.
Where is that from? That's from Biggie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every day.
I've
So
heard that. I was like,
yeah,
I don't want to live no more.
Biggie got a song called Everyday Struggle. That's the one. Yep. So yeah, from Everyday Struggle. Yep. I know it's fucked up what a lack of cake will do. A few people want to move in and stay with you. You wish you could help them all. You ain't able to because the rent's a little late, plus the cable's due. You and your girlfriend are beefing in a serious way. You used to be faithful. Now you in a curious stage. Finally had your mind made on going your separate ways. Wait. Nah, homeboy, your period's late. Now think. Time's running out. Do it quickly. She starts crying. Mood's getting sticky. If I don't want it, she'll want nothing to do with me. Just get the abortion, and I give you the $250.
All right, stop there.
Just for inflation.
Look at that build up, though, just to that, to make an emphasis on that bar.
I like how Genius actually has it to where if it's in all caps, we know how Joe's
he's yelling it. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Abortion, I'll give you the $250.
But if you say that to it and you wrong, you ain't thinking about that. You was getting your groove on.
You were saying, Zay?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, did you guys like anything else that was going on up to that point?
Well, the wait and think part, I want to stress the importance of that because we don't get like abrupt stops. Like we don't.
True. Very rare in hip hop.
I think they're not used too often because whenever we get them in this type of moment, we know now it's like, oh shit, he's really trying to. Yeah. There's an emphasis on what he's trying to structure.
Something's coming.
So he doesn't wait. Now homeboy, your period's late. Now think, and then okay, this is coming to the ultimate payoff because it's like if I don't want it, she'll have nothing to do with me, and then he yells it all the whole bar.
Right.
So it's kind of like the volley in tennis, and then someone has to really slam it home.
Down. And that's what he did there. Yep. Just get the abortion, and I'll give you the $250. But if you say that to it and you wrong, you ain't thinking about that. You was getting your groove on. Can't take care of myself, never mind a newborn. I guess the pussy got too good for too long.
Another thing I wanted to say is like sometimes when he's spitting, like the delivery comes off as if he's like thinking out loud.
Yes.
So it's almost like he's writing this in a diary.
Exactly. Yes. That's he definitely Dear Diary moment. Yeah. For sure.
Doug Funny and Joe Budden.
Doug Funny, Moesha, Dear Diary. Man. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously, that's a good point.
He does sound like that though, for real.
Mm-hmm. Can't take care of myself, never mind a newborn. I guess the pussy got too good for too long. Seems like my money goes by too easy. While I hate that my job only pays bi-weekly. Hoopty done shit it. You spending more money trying to fix it than when you did when trying to get it. Fridge is empty, but I survived the hunger. fuck keeps calling from this private number? It's crime on my mind and my nails are dirty. The floors are real cold in the jails of Jersey. Depression starts talking and his voice is raspy because he ain't shut the fuck up in 3.5 weeks.
Very theatric too. Yeah.
Like, I love that. Like, he literally gave depression a character.
Right.
A character trait, a raspy voice, because he's been yelling at him. Like, I love that. Because he ain't shut the fuck up in 3.5 weeks. Look, beard is full, hair is nappy, these jeans ain't wine, so they way too baggy. Priorities is fuck, shit's starting to gas me. It's like my little man's life slipped right past me, starting to trap me. His name's Dwayne, so why the fuck my son keep calling him daddy? Same shit that I feared after all these years. I gotta
kind of
breathe.
missed that. That went over my head a little bit. What was that about that bar? So why is his son?
So basically, his girl got a new. He had a son with a girl. She got a new dude named Dwayne.
So
why he calling him daddy?
So he's frustrated with that.
Yes,
and
yep. That's why he said it's like my little man's life slipped right past me.
He's introspective, and then he drifts in and out and comes back to like, okay, here, I'm talking to you guys again.
Right.
Yes, yeah. It's starting to trap me. His name's Dwayne, so why the fuck my son keep calling him daddy? Same shit that I feared after all these years. I gotta breathe. I can't believe my ears. Wiping out my eyes. I'm damn near in tears. But you can't be mad. You know you ain't been there. Nah. Grab his mom's and throw her against the door. But in the back of your mind, you know it ain't her fault.
Yeah, dude. It is like it's like he's guiding you through this. Like it's like he's pointing at this picture while he's having a conversation with you.
It's in and out. Yep. 1 minute he's looking at the camera, next minute he's in the scene. That's literally what he's doing. Yep. Yeah, he said, but in the back of your mind, you know it ain't her fault. I ain't mad at all. I'm just bothered. I get honestly real. I ain't been the best father. Like Toys R Us, Chuck E. Cheese. You know a little boy grow up with these needs. New Year's or Christmas, even a birthday. At least bring it to a school on the first day. I can't believe it. This is the same way that I was treated. So maybe it's history repeated. I know it sounds sick, the idea of having another kid, but this one I really feel like it's his. It's the truth and I hate that fact. Wait. Shouldn't have said that. I take that back. Look, I apologize. Let's rewind this whole story like Nas, C4, just erase that track. Look, I don't care if only the track trusts me. Fuck what you say. Only God can judge me. Fuck what is heard or think or even thought. Tried to fix my shortcomings. I just came up short, you heard?
Do you see how he just took that left turn after all that?
Fuck
this whole story.
Yeah.
Fuck all this.
Just erase it. Yeah.
Just disregard it.
Just delete the whole track.
Yep.
After
all that.
And that's what Mark was saying. Like, you could think he's going B.
Yes.
And then he just T.
T.
From A to T.
From A to T. Skip all the letters.
That's
man.
Crazy.
That's Joe Budden.
I've never heard a track like that where he went this whole story, built up this whole scene. Fuck this record.
Just erase it.
Just delete the record.
Just delete it. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a great way to start it off.
And that's the starting track, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the opener.
We go on to the second track that we chose, which is going to be Get It Poppin'. Yeah.
And then we have a sample from The Wizard of Oz. I'm showing my flying monkey. Oh, no, not the flying monkey. Yes. Yes, the flying monkey. This shit right here is called Get It Poppin'. Come on now. Look.
And then gunshots.
The same gunshot from the album. Is this what you want? Joe Budden. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Play that jump off. All the jurors gonna go crazy. So even going with the jump off, so at least trying to play off to a single a little bit. All the jurors, Jersey, gonna go crazy. Model chicks bugging, talk about having his babies. You just think she likes you, doing it like JD. Pull up at the dice game, wrist on AC. So for my safety, I'm keeping it off safety. Feds want to indict him. Blue suits want to chase me. What? My money too long for you fuckers to come and cage me. Don't wild out with the Glocks no more. Nah, if I'm window shopping, I'm probably about to rob that store. Dog, license suspended, stash. Stay with the Nina while I'm on the highway, drag racing the Medina. Nah, they can't be him. Joey, they can't see. They can't see him. No prison can hold him. Bruce Bowen can't D him. Shout out to small forward Bruce Bowen. Can't handcuff a hoe. Don't wife him and don't feed him. Somebody should have told her it's a privilege just to meet him.
Damn.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it popping.
It plays true to the album cover now with the clock.
That's the
Featuring the clock from the
album.
album. You know that
The
sound
Streets album
whenever they got it popping. It's
Not the target.
what it do, how it go.
Verse 2. You want verse 2 or was me?
Oh no, you got it, Mark.
Look at here. Let me tell you why I'm that hype. Why? As soon as I started ghostwriting, everybody started getting signed overnight. It's just a funny bar, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I need green for everything now. The murder rate's going up because they put in beams on everything now. I had this bugaboo bitch keep wanting me to romance her. Ho. Always popping up. I called her George Costanza. Ho. Always popping up. I called her George Costanza.
Because what does George Costanza do when he goes to Jerry's apartment? He just pops in.
Pops up, right.
Yeah.
Peace to Seinfeld.
Come on up.
Seinfeld bar. Spent some time with her. Realized I couldn't stand her. So I logged her in my phone as you a fool if you answer. One thing about Joe Budden too, there's an underlining humor element to him as well.
Very much so.
Yeah, which is funny. It's like I don't even know if it's intentionally trying to be funny, but it's funny nonetheless.
So I locked her on my phone as you a fool if you answer.
Drama's not a thing. My rat will never leave me. Fit it on tilt. I'm bitching off obesity. Oh wait, Odibicy. What's that?
From the show Oz that wore his Scully on the side of his head.
Okay.
Oh, so he's going to the HBO miniseries called Oz.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
I'm biting off Odibicy.
Odibicy. Okay, that was a strange one. Feel like Bruce Leroy if is so tough. I put their face underwater and make them say show enough. Oh, okay, that was a dope bar.
Yeah.
You know how the game go. Everyone clubs, same hoes. I ain't with the rumors. Tell the bullshit.
Demayano.
The Mayano. You guys know what that is? I don't know what that is. That bar's over my head right there.
I'd be hard pressed to figure out if that's Spanish.
But call me if you're looking for that cocaine flow. Why? Then I'll spit that propane and watch the whole thing blow. Let's go.
His style's flammable.
That's crazy. Verse 3, you got that one?
No, I'm good because I'm going to go long on that dumb out.
Go ahead, Mark, if you want to take that. Verse
Look, I told him not to fuck with the kid. I'll take your wig off, or maybe you could save it like Busta Hair did. Look, my V at the garage, let him custom my whip. I'm not spoiled. It's just I've grown accustomed to shit. I mean, nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Keep that shit coming. Watch how stronger it makes me. Burner nearby when I'm riding in that Mercedes. Case one of these snakes get the courage up to face me. That guy's man, bro.
Damn.
He's
Call out a few. Yeah, whoever. All the people he's helped ghostwrite for.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes caught a stray.
Yep.
The show Oz caught a stray. Seinfeld caught a stray.
Random chicks catching strays.
The hoes at the
club. The hoes at the club.
The same ones.
You know, I appreciate something I do appreciate about Joe Budden is that I believe that he does have a real passion and love for hip hop as a genre. I mean, just because, like, you know, and maybe it came off wrong the way he was pressing Lil Yachty, about like, what are you giving back to hip hop? You know, he was pressing Lil Yachty about that. Like, what are you giving back to hip hop? And Lil Yachty's like, chill, dude. I'm just out here making music for people who love it. Like, I understand both sides of that coin, what Budden was trying to press. But I appreciate, even though it might have came out wrong, I appreciate where it's coming from, because it's coming from a good place. It's coming like for like, what are you contributing as far as like substance here? Like, what are we building here?
Yeah.
And so I like that he did, and even with the Migos, like he was giving them shit, you know, because of almost the same reasons. And I appreciate that out of him, like that he cares about it enough to even make it awkward. Yeah, you know,
absolutely,
and not just be fake and be like, oh, you know,
right.
He was being true to himself,
100%.
in those moments.
And that's why even the Migos, you know, years later, he just recently had, I think, Offset on the podcast.
Oh, that's dope.
And they brought that moment up, and it was like, well, yeah, what I do, it was like, what they appreciated was that he was being real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't fake.
It wasn't fake.
He said, regardless of how we felt, you got to respect you that you was, being.
You were standing to your
point.
Yeah.
You were standing on business what you felt. We were standing on business how we felt. Right. And that's just what it was.
And it collided, but it's funny in retrospect, now they come
they laughing at it now. Like, they laugh at it now. But, like, it was like, I appreciate you were being real in that moment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Third song we're going to go into is going to be, which we're going to be choosing?
Dumb Out.
Yeah, Dumb Out is crazy.
Crazy.
We had to choose this one. After I heard it again, I even switched my pick.
Like I said, this was the one that I was telling everybody, start here. Start here. Then
we should have started here for this coverage.
I always tell you, start here, man. This is the one.
This one, Ali's going to take the helm on this one.
Yeah.
Because it's structured differently. It's not like your typical song here with spit out verses.
Yeah.
You just let it all out.
Yeah.
Whole clip.
Yeah, this is a clip for sure. This is like something you would have on a freestyle.
You gotta sit. You gotta sit with this. This is 8 minutes of him going crazy.
Exclusive.
Just Blaze.
I wish.
Lakers, LA Lakers.
So he goes, stuck between platinum and flop, underground and mainstream, conscious, backpack, scratch that, same thing. Already right there. Like,
already.
He's setting up the play of where he fits in hip hop. I'm somewhere between the real and the fakeness, the red pill, blue pill, real and the matrix, and I can't take this. If the game needs a new look, I'm between the tummy tuck and the facelift. Like,
okay, Joe.
He's saying he's improving the look of hip hop. And everything I say in these pages is straight from the heart. Nah, magazines, y'all can't rate this. Because I'll read the bit and it's a bit outrageous.
I love that bar so much. Like, he's taking back ownership.
Yeah,
like,
y'all can't rate this. This ain't made for y'all mic systems and star ratings. No.
I love that.
This is for real listeners and the people.
That's a bar.
Because I'll read the bit and it's a bit outrageous. Like it's an air virus and the shit's contagious. I'm downloading like, is actually play this? Maybe I'm bugging out. Maybe I'm on a space shit. Because I was on my stay out jail shit. The way Mouse kill shit, I'm here just to lay out real shit. Besides, other dudes' styles remind me of spinning rims. That shit got played out real quick.
Woo! Spinning rims thing. Man, if you weren't there, that was definitely a moment in time.
That 03 to 05, 06 era.
It was
they even showed up on shoes.
Yeah.
Piece of the
the spring wheel.
Even just chains.
Spinning chains. Like it was spinning title belts.
Yeah.
WWE, like if it didn't spin, you wouldn't win.
That's crazy.
If it didn't spin, you ain't win.
That's crazy.
Besides, other dudes' styles remind me of spinning rims. That shit got played out real quick. See, some wrote him off. Some said he was done. Made a joke of, hope he enjoyed the run. I don't enjoy being shunned, so I'm back. As Neo fans enjoyed the one. Anoint me has begun. I had the whole hood thinking he would never eat. Rappers tried to diss thinking we would never meet. I heard it if you said it. You wrote it online, then I read it. Now I match it, bet it.
I heard it if you said it. Just that's crazy.
Yes, I heard it if you said it.
You said that?
I heard it, yes. So this is knee deep in his beef with Game. Like this is right. I'm pretty sure that's who he's talking about.
Even him using I'm back as Neo, and then fans enjoyed the one, which it's Neo's the euphemism for one, but there was also the movie with Jet Li called The One.
The One, Yep, good call there. Yep. The rappers try to diss thinking we would never meet. I heard it if you said it. You wrote it online, then I read it. Now I match it, bet it. Because I remember clearly, once Pump It Up stopped soaring, it's a few motherfuckers stopped calling. See, I remember shit spread like cancer. I would call folks, said folk ain't answer. A few chicks running started pulling their pants up. A few stopped acting like my private dancer. But a light bulb hit once they start to neglect me. See, there I was thinking I was all that sexy, but nah, fuck that. Because I'm still sexy, young and fly. I mean, you heard?
I love that.
I just started just talking. Yeah. He'll just do shit like that. He'll just talk. Yep. He'll just talk. He'll just take a bar off and just say something.
Yeah, I love that.
Look here. Can't be finished. What? I beg your pardon. I just get a head start. I walk to the finish. Y'all spread out chase. Nah, sprint out pace and I still win the race. Yep. See, I'm jogging. His legs start wobbling when opportunities start knocking. You got the crown pass off like Stockton. It's time to work. I'm officially clocked in. He is a problem, weaving and bobbing through the speculation that his label tried to drop him. I can't leave even though it's big options. Kev only signed me to keep the shit rocking. Don't ask me how I'm doing, I've been better. Stuck in cold February with a thin sweater. I'm far from a yes man, I'm a trendsetter. It's no game, just a Def Jam vendetta. Oh my gosh, that's a bar.
Just a Def Jam
vendetta. So the video game, but he has a vendetta against Def Jam.
Just the alliteration of that. Def
So
Jam
vendetta.
That's crazy.
Don't put niggas in the same sink as me. I mean metaphor, storyline, deep shit, club shit, girl shit, world shit. They don't use the ink like me. Niggas don't even think like me. Who see what I'm watching? He ain't popping, don't deserve to drink water from the tub that I washed in. Wait, start again. It's a privilege to breathe the same air that I farted in. They want no parts with them. How dare this categorize me? If my name's on the mixtape, then capitalize me. I've been stopped going to mixtape, going crazy. My name's on the mixtape, then capitalize me. Man. I've been stopped going to mixtape awards. Don't need them to tell me the mixtapes is yours. Nah, I had other ideas while getting loot. I'm thinking red carpet, I went and copped a suit. See, I'm thinking Grammys. Sunglasses on with my on-top family and a bad bitch handy. He stayed at the W and felt like heaven. I'm at an actress's house that felt like necking. R&B on, looked and felt like Megan. Gave me headache till I felt like an Excedrin.
Wow. Dude had something to say.
Talk very fly, at least until I bought every pie. Me being war ready took my eyes, and these dudes might as well be Jamie Foxx trying to sound like somebody that already died.
Why is Jamie Foxx catching a shot?
This is right after Ray.
This
is after
Ray. Why is he catching a stray?
Man. Trying to sound like somebody that already died. They can't keep a snub with them, good pair of gloves with them. Your first week ain't right, they can't fuck with them. Now if you don't sell 5 mil, they had enough of them. Let me find out hip-hop's turning Republican. I'll sum it up to what he is about. Still new to most, they still feeling him out. Things was tight blam, Joey seasoned them out. I'm the nicest dude out since reasonable doubt. Say it ain't so. Rest in peace, Luther. It's a mother is gay on the low. Oh, man. Why? Why you have to take a shot at Luther, man?
Vandross catching a stray.
From the dead.
But this is like right around the time where like you was starting to hear like rumors of like the gay rapper. Like that was like the thing back then. Like it was like this taboo subject back then, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
Mark, you had a little bit more to say on that?
You stupid.
We'll wait for Yee to say something about that.
So love, who could see him? No guy. I'm the Mets, was supposed to be ill in 05. As ill as the flow gets, need a pill of dosage. So if you can't tell, I'm preparing for 06. About to OD. Anybody that know me could tell you I'm about to make shit feel like it's 03. More like 99. No name should be mentioned with mine unless you talking big pun in his prime. Maybe 96J before.
Right here,
yes.
Let me just tell you guys.
This is my favorite part of the whole song.
We're about to get into a territory of like, dude is touching on everything and everyone.
All the greats.
Yeah,
he's basically comparing himself to the greats at their best. That's what I love about this part.
Something unique that I haven't heard before.
No, not to this level. He said, no name should be mentioned with mine unless you talking big pun in his prime. Maybe 96J before Dame was throwing money around. Or Tupac without Humpty around. Or 50 before M. Nas talking like a gun in his song. Cameron during Children of the Corn. Beans before the cops came through and tried to grill him. I'm talking 9-5, Big L before they killed him. M before 8 Mile. Shine before the jail shit. Cannabis. No album out before the L shit. Talking about Kiss. DMX when he was fucking with Coke. Or Cuban Links, Raekwon and Ghost. I do it all. Who blended so well in the game? Talking Fat back when he was still spelling his name, man. On my Diddy shit. Memphis, Grizzy shit. Like back in the day when Clue swiped all the Biggie shit. Rappers don't need trouble with I unless it's Razzcast before the DWI or Talib and Most. Common before B. If they any less common, don't put them before me. See?
That's crazy.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
See,
crazy.
I'm not a rapper, I'm a prophet. Chill, Joe, stop it. Skill to speak for you, don't pop shit. Fuck jail, I'm on my payroll cop shit. I call that bootleg cable, it's no box shit. All black, looking grimy in the crowd. Heat on them, no sir, don't try me when I'm out. I told something tiny that'll blow. Ain't got to see Paul Wall if you want something shiny in your mouth. I'll probably full cats because I don't ride out in some big car in the streets like I ain't some big star. And these young motherfuckers is about to fuck up, like leaving their whole career in some bitch car. No name, but it's no sublime. You know who you are. I'll end it before it goes too far. So that part was, he was talking about Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
Because apparently he had he left a copy of the album he was working on in some girl's car, and it ended up getting leaked. So he had to like go back and scrap it and make a whole new album that ended up being nowhere near as good.
That's crazy.
For his second album.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. He said, no name, but it's no sublime. You know who you are. I'll end it before it goes too far. Your buzz still fucked. You a liar, money. I'm still spending pump it up, fire money. Glock for hire money. Don't try to mug me. Call ASCAP, maybe BMI for money, please. What's wrong with him? Something ain't the norm with him. Ain't too many dudes out there outperforming him. Some acquire these skills. I was born with them. Streets asking, what's taking so long with him? Jump off, I'm the best to happen. He's the answer to who's got next in rapping. I suggest you ask him. If hip-hop is all smoke and mirrors, then I'm the Windex and the napkin. New dudes is whack, some vets is has-beens. Some was top 20 till I crept right past them. It's a rap, Joey sealing it. Cold out, Long John still dealing it, still peeling it. If I only hit him 2 times, just know I'm with the Dillinger. It's the Gap music. Don't know how to act music. Getting my Kanye on, putting out crack music. Carjack music. Got what they lack music. Send my little man to get rid of the pack music. That I'm back music. That click clack music. That 18 mugs. That fab and stack music. Now who said they fucking with me? They just said that fucking with me. They didn't mean it.
Dude,
now that's how you end
it. That's something to put on a mixtape.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, just 8 minutes of just
The Jersey Shakespeare himself, Joe.
man.
Yeah, that could have been on like Flex.
Right. I mean, just going crazy. Touched on so many different topics.
Yeah, like
The industry.
if anything
beefs he
didn't
had.
say I'm here, this track
Yes.
definitely said that.
Yes.
I'm here and I'm not to be fucked.
Pay
with.
attention.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing with this track.
Putting
Yes.
everybody on notice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. I thought the bars were clever. The punchlines hit. He was real, being authentic. He was saying things that I haven't heard.
No.
You know, very and descriptive. So like that also like helps me as a listener follow him.
Yeah.
You know, like where he's going with this conversational. It was
Like we heard a lot of punchlines, but like gave me headache till I felt like an
Yeah,
Excedrin.
different.
I've never heard that before. That
Different.
like that's crazy.
If rap smoke and mirrors and I'm the
Windex and
the
a napkin. Like, come on, man.
yeah.
Crazy.
I love it, man.
Bars like that being said today would still people.
it would still
100%.
yeah.
And we're almost like 20 years out.
20
from-
years. This 20 years later.
Yeah. Man.
It's wild.
What do you guys take away from this album or this
This
mixtape?
mixtape, this very first mixtape we're covering here on That's Hip Hop.
Yeah.
What a first that we have here to deal with on That's Hip Hop, where you can actually get a name going beyond album recognition to something that was always labeled as, oh, this is kind of something before my album.
Right.
Well, this series is actually something that got people way more anticipated than actual album release coming out.
100%.
I have yet to even think of something off the top to even triumph that kind of series that you're dealing with, where it's like, no, like this series is dope. Maybe even we got it for cheap, but those mixtapes don't create such an anthology as this, as recognizable.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, the Mood Muzik series, I mean, like I said, it went from waiting for his next album to waiting for the next Mood Muzik. Like, we didn't even care that he didn't drop another album.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it got. Mood Muzik 2 was so good. We was like, bump an album. We want Mood Muzik 3.
Right.
Then we get it.
Something in the same vein as this.
Yes. And then some years pass. It's like, okay, Slaughterhouse and did it. Okay, but we need a Mood Muzik 4. And then we got it. You know what I mean? And what made that one good was all the members of Slaughterhouse are on different joints on that joint. So yeah, like that series became, you know, an event in itself on the internet. Like he was Joe Budden was really a pioneer with the internet in many ways, from the mixtapes to Joe Budden TV to jumping on podcasting. Like he did.
Yeah, he was early on that too.
He was early in a lot of things with technology, message boards and forums. Like he knew how to do it to the point where, you know, like he would like when he would get like in a beef or something, they'll be like, oh yeah, you popping on the internet or whatever. Like he's like people say that like these ain't real people. Like these is real people too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like don't get mad because I have a fan base that I know how to reach, you know, through, you know, via MySpace, via datpiff.com, all these different avenues, YouTube. Joe was on top of all of them. Yeah. And Mood Muzik 2 was really the precursor to all of that.
And I like how in this album, like, it feels like he has the pulse, even on the industry or the game or, you know, hip hop. Like, it feels like he has the pulse on that.
Yeah, that current time.
Yeah. And then now you see it today. Like, of course, his podcast is designed to have a thumb on the pulse. Again, like, he's the perfect person for that.
Because he knew. He was around. He paid attention. He was a student of the game. And he understood anything. Again, when he was quoting all those rappers and their crimes, like, because he was a fan.
Right. He was a fan.
He was a fan first, and you could tell he was a fan first. Right. To mention these specific time periods for all these different rappers.
Yep.
So
I love it, man. I think it's dope. It definitely like brought me into his music, which I didn't get the chance to get into it. But this was a great opportunity to like dive in and actually see like, oh, okay, yeah. Joe Budden had it or has it or whatever. Like he definitely knows what he's doing on the pen.
Yes.
So definitely not one to be messed with. And whether he comes back or not, I mean, that'd be crazy if he did. But
I remember many years ago. This is before the podcast, but this had to be like 2012 or 13, and they asked him in the interview. He was like, "Will we get a Mood Muzik 5?" And he said, I don't know. He said, but if we do get a Mood Muzik 5, it will be the last one. I remember him saying that. Like I was like, oh damn, that's crazy.
That's even crazy to say that though.
The fact that he said that this is years before he even started his podcast. Yeah. But he was like, I don't know if I'll do a Mood Muzik 5. He said, but if I do, it will be the last one.
Right.
So
man. Yeah, a piece of this mixtape. I think it was dope. Thanks, Ali, for choosing it, for bringing it for us to cover. And you guys know already, we're dropping episodes every Monday, every Thursday. We need your help to turn the mood, to turn the tide on the subs.
We're close to 5K.
We're so close.
This close to 5K, close. Y'all. Come on.
Right there. I don't think we could get there. Of course, if you have any comments onto this, like add it in the comment section. We need to know some more, like, you know, what are your favorite tracks out of this album? What are your favorite bars? What other tracks or albums did you like of Joe Budden's? Anything about Joe Budden, you know, leave it in the comments. The conversation continues. All right, go ahead and have it.
EMCs, drop a mic, drop a like, and jump off in the comments.
Yeah.
Jump off in the like.
Sub it up. Sub it up.
Sub it up.
Peace.
Should make a mixtape.
Subscribe.